Thank you for attending this webinar. I'll be sharing on the preview of the newly launched training course that is a TOGAF EA Leader. So this is a newly launched this year, the TOGAF EA Leader. And of course, many of us, asking what is the next after I have completed my TOGAF certification, I completed my Archimate certification, I have also completed my ISA CITA A certification, I am certified in the business architecture, I'm certified in the information architecture, software architecture, infrastructure architecture, solution architecture. What is next? So the next is about this TOGAF EA Leader. So TOGAF EA Leader is, as you can expect, it is at the highest program for the training. So it is actually delivered in one day, almost like 250 to 30 slides. Just giving you a preview about 20% of it. So all the content that you will see in this webinar are taken from the actual training course. So just to give you what is the sort of topic is being covered in the one day, what can I learn? Do I become a good leader after I have completed this TOGAF leader training? And also the source of the material are taken from this TOGAF series guide. Yeah. So as like even the TOGAF, the Archimate, the way the open group deliver the training is that all the resources, the content are freely available. But the content are not useful if you want to understand or comprehend, but it's used as a reference. So this can be used as a reference as you are being faced with the challenges to implement the enterprise architecture in your organization. Yeah. So let me just give you an overview about the career path. So this career path actually is supported by the competency development program because nobody today born as an architect, right? You cannot be born, my baby is an architect. No way, right? Baby is human being. They have to go to school and then go to work. And then after that, and one day you start open the eyes. Hey, I think I can see the opportunity. I want to become an architect, enterprise architect, be it a business architect, information architect, software or infrastructure or solution architect. So at the entry level, what we call it aspiring. Aspiring architect means you can also call it associate architect, okay, or junior architect, right? But the word aspiring is nicer, right? Aspiring means I'm almost there. I am already preparing myself. I already equip myself with the competency, knowledge, and after that, I will apply it on the job. So typically, in terms of the skill, is that you are looking at the solutioning skill. You will learn that how you can apply your architecture inside the project at the early stage. That's why I became the architect as well because I involved in the project and the project is so complex, right? So someone may need to call a shot. Someone need to make a decision. This is where that I feel that, if I can understand the whole connectivity about my system to the others and also contribute value to the organization, I can deliver value as an architect, right? So this is typically a discovery stage, I would think. And of course, you can be focusing at that early stage, either at the bottom there. Basically, it's about how you can position yourself. Either you want to become associate business architect, solution architect, information infra, or software architect. So basically, you need to focus at your strength. But regardless of any architect, the role that you need to have is the business architect. Because without the business architecture competency or knowledge or experience, you can't really deliver solution, information, or infra or software with a business outcome. Then, of course, once you work for some time that you understand about the architect role, then you can move to become a practitioner, right? So this one is like a full title. I am the architect now. I am the enterprise architect, or I'm the business architect, I am the solution architect, information, infra, and a software architect. So of course there are training program to guide you to become the architect. Because you cannot say, hey, your boss like you've been working so long, you deliver successful project, I give you the title of architect, right? But actually you don't really know how to deliver effective architecture program or how to deliver value of technology. So all that, of course, have to go through a proper program, a training program, right? Because only a few of the university in the world offering a graduate the enterprise architecture topics inside their curriculum. Only a few in the world, not all. But eventually, I think in the coming years, there'll be more and more. I think eventually every university will offer this type of training courses embedded inside their curriculum, right? So you learn about foundational skill, you learn about all the architecture specialization, you learn about framework, and you learn about the Archimate, the notation itself. Then of course, by then you carry the title, either you're a business architect, solution architect. So basically you get a full title of your job. Then the next, of course, you need to go to the mastery, right? So this is what we call it architecture leader. So in the architecture leader, basically, you will lead the team. You are not a member, you are architect, but you lead a group of architects. So you need to be able to guide and direct the team where so-called the direction, and also how that can also contribute to the organization value in terms of fulfilling or realizing all the key stakeholders, what they call it, the project sponsor or architecture sponsor, in terms of the sponsoring the initiative, the transformation. So of course here they got in the ISA itself got the of course the CITA-P, CITA-D, right? Distinguished professional, and of course the EA leaders, TOGAF EA leaders. So this is basically also targeting. Later you will see the audience, all the leaders, the CTO, CIO, Chief Digital Officer, or the IT leaders and etc. So basically this is the context, and we are at the leadership part, right? And let me continue in terms of the what do we learn in this one day training. So there are 9 learning units. The first one, of course, key concept. We need to understand what do you mean by capability, what do you mean by architecture, what are the so-called terminology being used. So it will be addressed in the unit 1. Then the unit 2, we understand the enterprise context and the enterprise architecture context, right? So when you call about enterprise, what do you mean by enterprise? Is my organization enterprise? Is there any boundary? So we need to understand that. Then the third one is on the business objective for the EA capability, because the architect need to deliver a new capability, because like the IT team deliver the IT system, deliver launching the system, but architect is delivering a capability, of course, through the system, right? So we need to understand how we can tie in our capability to the business objective of the organization. Because remember, our objective is that we want to turn IT as the profit center instead of the cost center. So we need to be able to understand a business acumen, right? So we need to be able to deliver about realizing the business strategy, business goal, business objective with our technology solution. This is where the enterprise architecture playing a critical role. And of course, we need to understand about governance and then alignment with other frameworks. So it's not alone, because what happened is that there will be IT services, there will be like the domain like ITIL, right? There will be in the project team, there will be the agile, like safe framework, safe agile thing, how you marry between the enterprise architecture with the time boxing with the sprint. So that one, of course, is covered in the recent TOGAF Standard 10 edition. Some of you, I think, already attended that training. Okay. So it's already aligned with what happened with today context in terms of the driving digital transformation, in terms of agility. Yeah. Then in unit 6, we learn about customization of the content and meta model. So basically, this is where we can do like what I like to use an analogy like a Lego. So basically, is the bricks and the block. How can we assemble or disassemble from house to become a warehouse, or from warehouse to become the football field, from football field become the airport? So basically, is that there must be an element that we can use to model our organization, our enterprise, right? Otherwise, every time you want to change transformation, everybody try to reject, everybody try to avoid, everybody run away, right? Because how to do that? Impossible, especially when you deal with the last team or last organization. Okay. Now, of course, Unit 7 is about organization model for the EA team, right? So after that, you understand how should you structure your EA engagement model, what we call it the task point. So if you're the EA team, how do you serve various organizations? Is it by function? Is it by task or by initiative? Okay. Then, of course, look at the process model as well as how we realize an EA capability. How do we ensure that all what we plan in the architecture get constructed? Get constructed mean we have a project initiative that we can see the fruit of our labor. Okay, so this is unit 9. The benefit of the certification credential, of course, you understand the key concept to become the EA leader. So basically, you really know what is expected to perform, the job to perform as a EA leader. Then, of course, understand how capability is being realized in the organization and which project or which initiative that realizing that, and understand how the purpose and objective of the EA capability directly shape the organization model. So basically, once you define the new capability, likelihood is that maybe you need to doing internal transformation. Maybe 2 departments merge into one, or you need to form a new department. Okay, so you have a new governance framework, architecture content, new process model, and of course, how the governance itself and in terms of the roles and responsibility are being defined. Okay, what you can when you have passed through the EA leader attend the EA leader training and pass through the assessment. I'm also going to share with you what sort of assessment is being assessed for these EA leaders batch. Okay. So these are some of the others of EA open group training, but we are focusing on the EA leaders, right? So of course, got EA practitioner, got agile specialist, digital specialist, framework, and etc. Okay. So in terms of the competency development path, so they got the training and they got the study. Of course, the requirement, I haven't tell you the prerequisite. Okay. Prerequisite basically is that if you just want to gain the knowledge, you can attend the course. But if you want to yourself to get a EA leaders certified or badge, you need to get at least TOGAF 9 foundation or TOGAF EA foundation. TOGAF EA foundation means is TOGAF standard 10 edition or higher. Higher mean could be 11 edition or 12 edition in the future. Okay. So basically at least the foundation, and you can eligible to sit for the exam. Okay. So it's at the highest level in terms of the understanding the TOGAF body of knowledge.